In a world shrouded in darkness, where the chill of night clung to the air like an unwelcome shroud, the once familiar sound of the forest echoed with a haunting clarity. The moon hung high, a cold sentinel watching over the scene unfolding below. Each rustle of leaves whispered secrets of the past, but tonight, the only sound that mattered was the pounding heartbeat of a man who had faced death and returned. Taro Yamada, once resigned to the fate of oblivion, now stood in a clearing, grappling with a reality he never thought possible. Pulled back from the brink by the enigmatic necromancer Moriana, he felt the warmth of life coursing through him, an exhilarating sensation that clashed with the shadows lurking in every corner of his mind. As the ground beneath them trembled, a monstrous figure emerged from the depths of the forest. Dreadlord Skullbane, towering and malevolent, his scythe humming ominously as if it were alive, echoing the cries of the damned. "The soul is mine. The body is optional," he boomed, his voice a chilling melody of despair. Moriana's grip tightened around Taro's arm, the urgency in her voice barely contained beneath a layer of determination. "Stay close. Don't let go of me." Taro shot her a reassuring glance, his heart steadying, even as fear gnawed at the edges of his courage. "Wasn't planning on it," he replied, his voice steady, despite the storm raging within. As the battle erupted, Taro and Moriana moved in tandem, their movements a dance of survival amid chaos. Moriana summoned spells with such swiftness that her hands blurred, a green flame of magic weaving through the air. Taro, feeling the surge of energy coursing through him, instinctively conjured a jagged purple shield just in time to protect them from Skullbane's scythe, a barrier that shattered on impact, leaving him gasping. "That didn't feel good," he muttered, a smirk fighting to break free of his pain. "Get used to it," Moriana shot back, her fierce resolve unwavering even as she conjured a wall of bone spikes that Skullbane smashed through with brutal ease. The intensity of their bond ignited, their magic intertwining in vibrant colors, a bright testament to their trust and reliance on one another. But then came a turning point that threatened to shatter their alliance. A swing from Skullbane sent Taro careening into a weathered tree, the impact knocking the breath from his lungs. Blood bubbled on his lips as Moriana's frantic voice cut through the haze of pain. "Taro!" She appeared at his side in an instant, her touch gentle yet urgent as she cradled his head momentarily, grounding him amidst the chaos. "See, told you I'm inconvenient to kill," Taro managed, a weak grin breaking through the haze of pain. Moriana's eyes mirrored his resolve, but beneath her fierce exterior lay a flicker of vulnerability. "Stop trying to prove it," she replied, her voice cracking slightly as her hand lingered on his cheek longer than necessary. The battle raged on, and as Skullbane unleashed a shockwave that splintered trees, Taro and Moriana found themselves separated once more. Skullbane bore down on Taro, his voice dripping with malevolence. "You've already tasted my power, vessel. Let me in. She can't protect you forever." Taro's chest glowed with a dark energy, Skullbane's pull threatening to consume him. In that moment of chaos, Moriana's voice pierced through the darkness. "Taro, look at me." When he turned, everything else faded away. There was only Moriana, fierce and desperate. "You're mine, not his, mine." With her words, the glow in his chest steadied, and a smile broke through his resolve. "Guess I'm not switching necromancers after all." They stood side by side once more, their magic intertwining, swirling into a single blazing vortex of green and purple, coalescing into a blinding white light. "On my mark," Moriana commanded, her eyes locked on Skullbane. Taro nodded, adrenaline surging as they charged, unleashing their combined power that slammed into the Dreadlord's chest, tearing away chunks of bone and fire. But the battle was far from over. Skullbane roared in pain, yet he remained standing, his burning gaze now fixed upon them. "If you will not join me, I will rip you apart." The scythe he wielded grew, dwarfing them in size, casting an ominous shadow across the clearing. Moriana whispered, barely audible, "Too much, we can't hold it." But before she could protest, Taro stepped in front of her, determination etched across his features. Then let me take the hit. No, she cried, panic threading through her voice. Taro turned to her, a crooked smile breaking through the tension. Hey, you brought me back for a reason, right? Might as well make it count. In a heartbeat, Skullbane swung his mighty scythe, and the world faded to black, a breath held in the silence of what may come next. Their bond, forged in the fires of battle, now lay in the balance, a testament to the strength of choice, sacrifice, and the haunting echoes of a life reclaimed, yet still teetering on the edge of oblivion.